You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Joe Cronin. This is The Joe Cronin Show, and you're probably recovering from your weekend of whatever it was you did, whether it was celebrating Easter or not celebrating anything. Maybe you were just celebrating the fact that you have alcohol. I don't know. Maybe you were celebrating being sober. Maybe you were celebrating no wrestling, or maybe you were celebrating by watching the WWE Network and watching that special that they put on. That I will get to in a separate video. A lot of people wanted to know about that. And speaking of that, Dean Ambrose made comment about leaving the company. He wrote, everybody's making a big news article about this for the most part, but he talked a lot about a bunch of different stuff. It was basically before the final chapter last night. Michael Cole sat down with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I thought it was kind of a lame thing, so I didn't even really watch it. So I got to tell you right there, I just don't buy into it that much. But the quote that's going around is, "I'm cashing in my chips. I'm walking away from the table. I won the game." That's what Dean Ambrose says. I won the game. Did you really win the game, though? Did you really win the game? You're cashing your chips. You're walking away from the table. Did you really win the game? I don't think you did. I mean, maybe you did money-wise. Maybe you did because you were on TV. But to me, and that may be a WWE answer that they gave him, like, a happy ending type of thing. Do you think he really believes that? I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he did win the game. I don't know. Maybe he did. I certainly didn't come close. I'm not even near the company. So maybe he did win the game. But as far as I'm concerned, yeah, man, I'm the WWE champion. Whoa. Like, whatever. If that's winning the game to you, then that's pretty cool, I guess. But I really love Dean Ambrose, or love Jon Moxley. I love the guy that could have been a guy who just killed it. But WWE is not interested in making stars anymore. They don't want to do that. It seems like, I don't know. I flip back and forth on this. They pushed Roman Reigns so hard. To me, it feels like they want to make stars as long as they can lock a guy up and know that he's a company guy and know that he's a long-term dude. I think they thought they had that in Jericho. I still think that they're a bit shocked. I don't think, Jericho's a mole or anything like people were saying. For Vince, I mean, smart idea if he was, but at the same time, he still makes buzz with AEW. Had he not gone there, it would have been probably better for, WWE really legitimizes him. So if he were to be a mole, it'd be a bad idea, I think. CM Punk made all kinds of news this weekend because he appeared at an indie event in a mask. That's happened before for Punk, prompting a lot of videos to say CM Punk returns and CM Punk returned to wrestling and all this other stuff. And it was kind of like a sort of kind of thing, I guess. But, CM Punk does wrestling signings too, right? So, I mean, it's not really he stepped in the ring, delivered a poor GTS to somebody. I'm guessing the GTS wasn't the best because he was wearing a mask and he couldn't see anything. So rather than crack someone's jaw open, you do it the best you can, obviously. And plus, that's some indie jobber anyway. So a half-assed, go to sleep is going to take him out. I mean, let's be honest, right? Come on, let's be honest. A report came out that says something that basically I've been saying for years. I said that, what do you have to do to compete with WWE? And I said the first thing you have to do to compete with WWE is hire CM Punk. That is the first thing you have to do. This guy has chance still in the WWE all the time. CM Punk. If you're Impact Wrestling, you have to go get CM Punk. That could change the game. And I said the same thing for Ring of Honor. I said the same thing for any startup. I said someone needs to start a company that's like NXT, it's like New Japan, but it's here in America. And it's not Ring of Honor because they're not doing anything really right over there at Ring of Honor. The Ring of Honor is a mess. Like, it really is just a mess. All right? And they really should be the ones leading this charge. They should be the ones killing it, and instead they've dropped their own ball. And it seems like they don't really care to me either. I feel like Ring of Honor has no clue what it's doing right now. I mean, God, that company needs help. They need talent. They need help. And it's not just because they haven't hired me on commentary or something like that. I honestly think they have major problems. And so AEW's, the owner, Khan, came out and said that he was their first pick to be in AEW, even before Jericho. Of course he was. I would agree. Why wouldn't he be? It's a no-brainer that it's CM Punk is the guy you need. And clearly that didn't work out, so they went and got somebody else whose name is all over WWE in Chris Jericho. So that is the closest they could do. I think one of the problems with that is, Jericho's already working New Japan. People kind of aren't as shocked anymore that Jericho would do something somewhere else, so it doesn't make as much news in a way. But I think Jericho has a good following, so that's really good. Jericho is awesome, and he is going to help tremendously with all kinds of different things in that company. But it would still be great if they could get CM Punk. They really still could use that because he's a guy that could sway people, especially the younger people that are watching and all the other people that are watching. They're like, yeah, Jericho's in AEW, I guess, or I heard about that maybe. I don't know. I don't care. But then when they hear CM Punk's wrestling again, where? At this new company, AEW. What's that? People might check it out. So I feel like CM Punk really needed to be picked up by AEW. But, it is what it is. A lot of people also talking about this the other day, sending me the news that apparently WWE has canceled WWE Backlash pay-per-view. We were all excited that, Backlash is back and everything. It was set to be June 16th in San Diego, California. But, as we said, the Saudi Arabia date was pushed back from May to June 7th. And WWE, apparently, according to the wrestling, I keep saying apparently because I don't really know what's going on here, but according to the Wrestling Observer, WWE felt the shows are too close to each other. They just want the one event. And WWE had a house show scheduled in California that weekend, which will likely be canceled. So they cancel that too. Undertaker is expected to wrestle Elias in Saudi Arabia. We haven't really seen anything mentioned, I don't believe, between the two ever since the WrestleMania situation. So that's, I'm only guessing that it's because it's so far away, I guess. I'm surprised that there hasn't been one mention of it yet. Elias saying, someday I'm going to pay the dead man back, or something like that. But I don't know. Either way, it's stupid. Undertaker did nothing at WrestleMania, yet he shows up in Saudi Arabia. And then, of course, the pull at your heartstrings story. And this is important to me because it's most likely, it's a closure now. We know probably that we will never see Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, in WWE again. Or if he is there, he will probably never play that Goldust character regularly ever again. Ever again. We thought that several times in the past, but now we know it's probably it. He left this long message on Instagram. Hello, WWE Universe. I want to say how much I appreciate you, and just all kinds of stuff that he said. You can go read it for yourself. It's on his Instagram. It's probably on his Twitter. I don't know about his Twitter because I'm blocked by him on Twitter. I don't know why he blocked me on Twitter. I don't know why. No idea why I'm blocked by Dustin Rhodes on Twitter. It might be because I said something like, because he was sucking up to WWE once, and I said, well, that can be your, I think we probably said something to him. Anyway, I love and respect this guy. The Goldust character, man, I was 12 years old when the Goldust character debuted, and I found it fascinating. Not only did I find the Goldust character fascinating as a 12-year-old, because goddamn knows that I love that perverted. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No, but as a 12-year-old, I found it fascinating. Really intriguing. I loved it. And then eventually it would culminate in the Roddy Piper brawl at WrestleMania 12. I thought that was really fun. That was when, Goldust was kicking. Goldust music was friggin' awesome. That music is epic. What is it? Jim Johnston? Who's the composer? I forget. Jim. I know it's Jim. The guy that composed so many legendary WWE themes. That Goldust theme is epic. Dude, this guy should have won an award. And I don't know if he ever has or what he's won, but how in the world did this guy, if he didn't, not win a Grammy or an award for his musical productions for wrestling superstars? The Goldust theme alone. You know, and you know, a lot of themes sometimes got generic where they sounded similar and stuff like that, but man, when he turned up the heat for a megastar or a big-time superstar, like, he was phenomenal. Stone Cold Steve Austin, just this, like, like, that emotion of that is amazing. The Goldust theme is phenomenal. And there's countless others that he's done. Countless others. And, you know, the WWE music production continues to be very good for the most part. But the difference here is this. You know, you get like AJ Styles. You know, that theme was supposed to be for the Revival. They don't want none. You know, that was the Revival's theme, and then they didn't give it to them. They gave it to AJ instead. And then they gave the Revival a different one. Now, both people ended up with good music and the right music. But it's still a little bit different than, like, I'm going to write this song for this guy. So you sit down and you really think about it and you really write it, you know? But the WWE music production nowadays is awesome. But it's, you know, it's obviously modernized. But there's something for those instrumentals back in the 90s especially that Jim put together that are just amazing. Anyway, last night I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys while I was gaming and streaming the games. I was playing a lot. I played Diablo 3 only last night. We were goblin farming, looking for a rainbow goblin, and I found one. The whole stream I found one. And I want to thank everybody who hung out with me, dropped a couple bucks, had a great time on Twitch, went over to the Purple Place. A lot of people subbed on Twitch. We got back up to maybe 38 subs to 40. That was cool. I also want to let everybody know on Patreon that, honestly, episode 6 with Tommy NC is up right now in the VIP patrons. So that's available. Make sure you guys go check that out and listen to it because it is, I think it's a really good episode. It picks up after 15 minutes or so, but it gets really good. Tommy is funny. We got some inside info from Tommy. And I had a great time, and I think you guys will too. I will see you guys tonight live after WWE Raw. If there's something I missed that you guys want me to talk about, leave it in the comments down below, and I will be watching that house show from Sunday, the last Shield appearance or whatever it was, and I will give you my thoughts on that hopefully before Raw or tomorrow, but hopefully tonight before Raw I'll get that out there. Otherwise, I'll see you live tonight after WWE Monday Night Raw. Leave a comment down below. Feel free to like, share, and all that other stuff if you like my stuff. And if you really like my channel, go binge watch some older videos you might have missed or some other stuff and check them out. You know, maybe you don't want to sit through reviews of old pay-per-views and stuff because that's stupid. I suggest checking out Remembering WrestleMania with me and Justin Bailey. That's a great podcast, 15 hours. So that will give you a lot of content from WrestleMania 1 and on, 15 hours. Then there's a whole bunch of other videos that I do where I'm ranting on shit and state of the WWE and all kinds of things. Check them out. My name is Joe Cronin, and I will see you tonight after Raw. Oh, and real quick, AEW picked multiple librarians. One of them is Leva Bates. Blue Pants is a librarian, apparently. And a couple other guys are, too. I think they're going to go with a whole match to be the librarian type of deal. I don't know. Anyway. I'm out of here. Oh, and if you want to hear my... Oh, one more thing, damn it. If you want to hear my comments on Mortal Kombat 11, they're going to be on my other channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. My Game of Thrones review is also over there. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not buying Mortal Kombat 11 because I'm not supporting SJW BS. And that will be on my other channel. All right, I'm really going now. Bye.